Hey Jim, how you doing this morning? I am out of new Cubitron belts. I can't find any. I'm gonna have to order some from Cliff Curry today. Yeah, that's a bummer. I guess I haven't been paying attention. Oh well, that'll get me through these knives anyway. I've got a ton of old ones. I never throw the 120s away. I throw the Trizacks away, but I never throw the Cubitron 120s away. Try to knock out some of these knives this morning. I got clipper blades to do. And I got a chef dropping off a bunch of knives this morning that she wants this afternoon. So I got to get hustling here. What are they? I don't know what they are. Pretty hard to beat the Cubitrons, but if there's something else, I might try it. Hey, 31 people watching out there, do me a favor and hit that thumbs up button. It helps the algorithm out, and the more people watch, the more hopefully income our little business makes. So make sure you hit that thumbs up button. So I'm back to sharpen the knives for the high school. I did about 25 of the chef knives yesterday, and I don't know how many, 10 or 12 of these. Okay, I know which ones you're talking about. I can't remember who makes them. Yeah, it'd be worth a try to check them out. I'm going to need some 2x42 belts for the new machine that I still haven't had a chance to take out of the box. So this is more of my free work this morning. So I thought I'd get some of this done. Come on, 185 people watching and one thumbs up. Come on, hit that thumbs up for me. Vinny is texting me. Vinny, come over to Vinny's texting me. I guess he doesn't know I'm on YouTube and I can't see his text. Zach, I don't do manual sharpening techniques. There's tons of videos on YouTube of guys that do that and do it very well. kids leave these knives really dirty. I cleaned them all in Dawn liquid, but they're pretty still sticky. Jesse, I do serrated knives. If you go to my YouTube channel, subscribe to it, and just search serrated knives, there's multiple videos on how I do serrated knives. All right, it's already 90 degrees in the shop this morning, and it's only 9:25. It is going to be a brutal day here in Texas. Daniel, these are the 3M. This is a 3M Cubitron. This will last me a long time, you know, a couple hundred knives. And the Trizac's about the same. I switch them out every couple of hundred knives. You know, they don't lose their ability to sharpen. They just, you know, newer belts take more material faster. So if you're in no big hurry, the 3M belts will last a lot longer than the cheap Harbor Freight and the cheap belts you buy at Home Depot and Lowe's and things like that. But they're also, you know, 3 times as expensive. Well, I hope y'all hit that thumbs up button. 182 people and only 10 thumbs up. Come on. We're Sharpen Right Services. We're located in League City, Texas. League City's halfway between Houston and Galveston on the Texas Gulf Coast. We sharpen salon, barber, and pet grooming shears, sewing and industrial scissors, and just about any kind of knife. We're doing a bunch of knives today for the high school culinary program. I picked them up yesterday. I did a bunch of chef knives yesterday morning before doing other stuff around the shop, and then this morning I'm trying to knock out a few of them. I told the teacher I would have them back by Thursday. School doesn't start for another couple weeks. She said she needed them back on the 31st. that she had some kind of event, so that's what, 9 days? All of them are in really bad shape. Everything in the culinary school is a stainless steel countertop, and you know those kids cut everything on that stainless steel instead of getting out a cutting board. They abuse the knives. So I want to try to get them sharp and durable before the school starts back again. I've offered for the last few years to sharpen them for the school. I'm not charging them anything for these knives. Sharpening all of them, and she finally took me up on it this summer and called me yesterday and said, "Hey, can you still do the knives for us?" And I said, "Sure." I said, "Mondays and Tuesdays are my slowest day, but it'll take me a couple of days to get them all done for you." So I'll do a few of them every morning until I get them all done. Give them back to her this week. Anything you can do to help the kids, you know, a little something for your community. The high school is 1 mile from my front door. So it's not like I had to travel very far. And I like to take care of the kids that do these programs. I've sharpened clipper blades for free for the FFA kids. If they'll bring me their clipper blades for their animals, I'll sharpen them for them. Like I said, I washed them all in Dawn liquid this morning, so I'm having to dry them off before I sharpen them. They were very sticky. These are Mercer commercial knives, and their handles are always sticky even from the factory. I had sharpened these knives, or some of these. I don't know if I've sharpened these exact ones. My son was in the culinary program, I think from 2014 to 2017. And so I sharpened them one time during that time period when he was in the culinary program. It's a different instructor now. She said she'd been there like 3 years and they'd never been sharpened. So I don't know if anybody had ever sharpened. It doesn't look like they've been sharpened anytime recently. The chef knives were in horrible shape. These are not as bad. I guess they don't use these as much. There wasn't any paring knives in the box, so she's got to have some other knives. I know last time I sharpened a bunch of paring knives for her, so maybe when I take these back, she'll have some paring knives for me to sharpen. I'm using 20 degrees on all of these. That's a good number. That's a good edge angle for a kitchen knife, commercial kitchen knife, especially for, you know, a bunch of kids that are not going to use it properly. 20 will hold up longer. Not going to be as sharp as I'd probably do for my own knives. But you got to have there's a trade-off between sharpness and durability. And since this is basically a commercial kitchen, you know, they're not going to sharpen them in-house. They're not going to use a sharpening steel. And so they're not going to keep them sharp. So 20 degrees is a good angle for these knives. Yes, it's a clamp. And back here, you can't see it, but there's a T-bar. And that T-bar has a handle on it where I can raise and lower that T-bar. Okay? So I have this machine actually setting up about, I don't know, 5 degrees. It normally sets flat, but I have it setting up a little bit. So the platen is not 0 at this point. So I take the digital edge finder on the platen and I 0 it out. So it's basically flat to that. And then you put it up on top of the clamp. 0, the knife is set at an angle, and then I raise and lower the back of it to get 20 degrees on the edge finder. And so that's 20 degrees. Well, it's 19.9. You know, we're not going to be that close on these knives. We don't, 1 degree one way or the other, nobody's going to notice. And I'm sure y'all can't see it in the video or the live stream through the camera, but I'm looking for a burr, and I got one on each side. Now I'm going to just refine that burr down. I started with a 120 grit. This is the 200 grit. Then I'm going to go to a 600 grit. Then I'm going to go to a 1200 grit. Y'all be sure to hit that thumbs up button. It does help our little business down here in Texas grow. We do mail-in sharpening from all around the United States. I just got a package in this morning from Colorado for some clipper blades for a lady who has sheep and goats, and she takes care of them. And this is just a felt belt. And so it's basically just flipping that, what little bit of the burr is left. Well, I appreciate you liking, and I appreciate you subscribing to the channel. It does help us out. We're trying to get it to 12,000 subscribers. We're really close. We get a little bit of income from our YouTube channel, which helps us out, helps us buy new abrasives. I was looking for some of these brand new 120 Cubitrons this morning, and I'm completely out. So I'm going to have to order them. And I order all of my belts from a guy in Hawaii, actually. Cliff Curry of Curry Custom Cutlery is where I buy all of my belts from. And the reason why I buy them from him is he's a small business guy, sharpener like I am. You know, we're trying to raise a family, make a living, so I'm going to support his little small business out in Hawaii. Jim, I'll check that out. Laura, 7 belts from Super Grid. I have ordered from Super Grid. It's been a long time. I think Super Grit is a independently owned company too, but I like to support Cliff. He's a good guy. I met him last year in Reno. No, I do not do yard tools or lawnmower blades. And I'll tell you what, there's a lot of business in my area that somebody could start a business doing that. I don't have time for it. I don't have time to add any more things to sharpen to my business. I strictly do salon, barber, and pet grooming shears, clipper blades for the dog groomers and the barbers, sewing and industrial scissors, and knives. That's it. And I'm busier than I really want to be. So I get a ton of calls. Almost every day I get a call for yard tools and lawnmower blades. And I just found a guy who's in my area that does small engine repair for generators and lawnmowers, and he does them, so I'm sending the business to him. Because for the longest time I could not find anybody in my area to refer lawnmower blades to. I'm just not going to do it. It's just not part of my business model. Somebody can make some money doing it, that's for sure. Somebody asked the question, is that Russian? I can't speak Russian, and I can't translate. If somebody else can translate, that'd be great. Appreciate everybody watching from other countries. Always think it's fascinating. I appreciate all of y'all's support. $510 people watching. That's insane. Well, I hope everybody hits that thumbs up button, and I hope you subscribe to the channel because it does help our little business. Tell me where you're watching from. Brazil. Well, thanks for watching from Brazil, my neighbor from the south. We're in Texas, so we're just north of you. So if you're just joining me, I'm sharpening a few knives for a high school culinary program. Hey, thanks for watching, Christy from Scotland. So school is getting ready to start here in Texas in a few weeks, and the teacher of the culinary program asked me to sharpen all the knives for the program. And so that's what I'm doing. Brian, there's money in every business if you hustle. It's not going to just come to you. You have to work it. You have to network. You have to do social media. You have to go out and meet people. I charge by the inch, so an 8-inch chef knife is $8. I'm charging the high school nothing, so I'm doing all of these knives for free for the school. Thanks for watching from Brazil. Edward, yes, it's a clamp. This machine is what's called an AMK 75. It's made by a tool maker that makes machines for knife makers. He's in Tennessee. AMKtactical.com. The clamp gives you a little bit more control than freehanding it, and it helps me get the edge angle consistent. This knife is really dull. Well, thanks for watching, Edward. I enjoy my little business. I spent 29 years sitting in an office and started this business as a side business while I was still working. And then I quit my full-time job in 2020 to do this full-time. And I don't regret 1 minute of it. Wow, this thing has got a flat spot in it. And I'm trying not to heat the blade up. These are just cheap knives that the school bought in bulk. But we want them sharp. A dull knife is a dangerous knife. 452 people watching. Please hit that thumbs up button and consider subscribing to the channel. It does help our little business down here in Texas grow. as that 3M Cubitron belt does. But after I profile the blade, it only takes a little bit, a couple of passes to get it the burr refined and sharper. Hope everybody's having a wonderful day wherever you're at. We're in hot and humid southeast Texas. Supposedly we're going to have the hottest few days of the year over the next few days. Not really looking forward to that because I've got a lot to sharpen. And these knives are just eat up, man. Can y'all see the edge on these? I don't know if you can see it in the camera or not, but that is just chewed up. This is going to take some serious grinding. Well, thanks for watching, Milos. It is appreciated. Brian, you can set it up fairly cheap if you're just going to do knives. I mean, it just depends on how much money and how far you want to go with it. When I started the business, I started it with about $1,000. And I made the money back within a month. And that was doing it just on weekends. This knife is in really bad shape, and I'm getting it too hot. I need to let it cool here. Well, Edward, these knives belong to a high school culinary program, and that should tell you everything you need to know. You know those kids don't take care of them. I have a lot of barbecue teams, I know that. Competition barbecue teams bring me a lot of knives. And I have a couple of meat markets. That's funny, Pat. I find the red ones show up better. I can see the red one better than the blue. I do that a lot of times. I don't use a Sharpie on this machine. You know, I don't need to on this particular machine, but yes, a lot of times when I'm doing the salon shears, I always use a red Sharpie. The black, I can't see the black as well. Barney, what are you doing up so late? Or up so early, one of the two. That is marked Sharpie discrimination. Whoop. That's interesting. I'll have to try the blue again. Maybe I haven't gave it a really good try. But if I need to find an edge angle on a knife or a pair of scissors, I use black. The older I get, the harder it is to see different colors. Two more knives in the bucket here, and then that's all of the knives for the high school I'm going to do today. I still have a few more to do, but I have paying customers' work piling up, and so I need to get that out and done. So I'm going to do the clipper blades here in a little bit. Maybe I'll turn the camera back on and clipper blades, maybe not, I don't know, we'll see. I enjoy talking to everybody. Hopefully I attracted enough new subscribers this morning to get over the 12,000 mark. Yep, I understand. I have prescription goggles for sharpening the salon and barber shears that I wear. They're very helpful, especially when I'm in a salon or barber shop that there's very low light. I have to put those goggles on. It's hell getting old. Never tried that. All right, we're almost there. That's right, Edward, you never know. Actually, one of the kids that was in my son's graduating class is a chef in Washington, D.C., and when he comes back into town to visit his parents, he always brings me his knives and I sharpen them for him. He usually comes back at Christmas time, around Christmas time, to visit his parents. It doesn't cost me nothing but a little time. All right, we got one more knife left. And then we're going to go sharpen some clipper blades. And I didn't open the package yet, but I'm betting, I think they're Lister large animal blades. I don't do a whole lot of those, but I do them from time to time. Nice lady from Colorado watched one of these YouTube videos and contacted me. I said, mail them to me, I'll turn them around ASAP. So they came in the mail yesterday. So I'll knock them out. Barney, I charge $35 a pair with a minimum of 3 pairs for me to go and sharpen at the salon or the barber shop. I don't do dog grooming shears mobile. I only do them here, so they have to bring them to me. And if anybody brings me a pair of hair shears or grooming shears, it's $20 per pair with no minimum to bring them to me. All right, last knife for now. You bet. I sharpen dozens of clipper blades every week. Now I'm talking about for animals now. Most of the barbers use the cheap clipper blades that are replaceable, disposable. But the dog groomers use the old-fashioned A5 blades, and they need them sharpened. I get a few barbers once in a while that still use old-school detachable clipper blades. But most of the modern barbers use combs on their clippers instead of detachable blades, different lengths. And you can buy a cheap blade on Amazon and switch it out. We're almost got a burr across the whole blade. I said these are just cheap blades. I'm sure the school or the teacher bought these in bulk. They're almost like dollar store knives. The steel's not too bad. It's pretty hard. It's harder than I thought it was. Well, I appreciate everybody watching, and I appreciate you hitting that thumbs up button. We're going to wrap this one up. I may turn the camera back on later when I do the clipper blades. Got to open the box and see what's in there first. As always, I appreciate y'all watching. Barney, I appreciate you getting up so early, down under to watch. All right, folks. Hey, man, thanks for watching. You're catching at the end of it here. I'm done with these knives for now. Like I said, I may come back on later, do the clipper blades, but that's it for knives this morning. I got a chef bringing me some this afternoon. Jim, thanks as always for watching. I got to see what Vinny wanted. He texted me while we were doing this. Hey, y'all have a great day. Take care.